Yeah, so what it looked like honestly in high school was I was getting ready to graduate high school early, so I had like a free period towards the end of the day. So instead of, me jumping and, leaving school early or getting into things I shouldn't be getting into, I just decided to buckle down. I had my laptop and I started reading on Investopedia. So Investopedia was one of the main resources that I would spend a lot of time, as well as my freshman year of college, my first semester. Outside of like classes, I really didn't leave my room like that unless I had to go to work. I was still working two jobs. So it was like I created a routine and a regimen that made sense for me. So what I tried to do was focus on investing 70 to 75% of my income at the time. So I knew like I'm always been a number guy, right? So I knew what I was expecting to, bring in each month. Between the two jobs, I was making between like 1,800 to 2,200 as far as bills wise at the time that I had to take care of. I had like maybe $400 to $500 a month worth of bills at the time, a couple bills that I need to handle here and there. What I focused on though was taking the rest of that income and being able to invest it early, right? So what I really preached to, a lot of my young men and just young individuals in general, while you don't have the necessarily requirements of being a, grown adult, too early, you got a lot of those requirements, sometimes a little if you can really budget. That's what made me get the second job. It's like, okay, this one job I'm making like 800 to $1,000 a month, but I knew if I got that second job, that how that could supplement. And some people talk about
Mm.
time, but to me, you got all the time in the world at 17, 18 years old. You know what I mean? You got all the time in the world. It's about the time you want to make it. How bad do you really want it at that point? So I was really hungry for success.
Mm.
So I kind of did those calculations and said, okay, well, if I can take the rest of this money and invest it in names like Shopify, which I was an early investor in Shopify. If I could invest this name in, invest in names like Tesla, ticker XYZ Square, which formerly known as Square, right? If I was able to invest in these names early, I just knew that some of those names will blow because I was already one, either using them from a consumer standpoint, or two, I understood their business models.